These are the four types of intimacy. First, we have the emotional intimacy. This is a place where we can be vulnerable. We can connect emotionally with our partner. We can share our deepest desire, our fears. What is it that we appreciate? And what is it that we love? And we have the physical intimacy as well. And I think this is something that a lot of us are familiar with. It involves sex, cuddling, kissing, and all physical affection that we give to our partners. And now here's the intellectual and recreational intimacy. This is where you stimulate each other's brain, where you actually put activities that would allow you to have fun and enjoy shared activities that you can do together. And last but not the least is creativity over conflict. As what I said before, how can you turn an argument into a way for you to get to know each other? How can you turn a fight into something where you can work as a team and solve it together? Now let's go deeper into emotional intimacy. What is emotional intimacy and how can we actually cultivate emotional intimacy? I really love Esther Perel. She's the first person that I come across with when I wanted to learn and understand how can I be more connected with my partner. And I love this quote that she said, emotional intimacy is the foundation of a healthy relationship. It's a place where vulnerability meets empathy and where connection is born. And I really do agree. When you're emotionally connected with your partner, I think that relationship will have a very solid foundation because you are able to express your thoughts, your desires, your fears with your partner. And if you're able to share everything to someone without being afraid of judgment, without being afraid of that person betraying you, if you're able to share those things with someone, that means you really trust that person. That means that you really feel safe around that person. And I'm sure that some of you have experienced this where you might share maybe with your lover or with a friend what you're going through, a very challenging moment in your life. And when they're there holding space for you, not judging you, not criticizing you, or not stopping you, it felt really good, right? It felt good to be seen and to be heard by the person that we care about. And it's also good to be able to share the things that we're excited about, like when we win something or when we had a great conversation with someone, we want to come home and be able to share that with our partner. And when our partner are also getting excited and like letting us, giving us the opportunity to share those happy experiences, those winning experiences, it felt very good. That's part of emotional intimacy, and that's allow you to have that healthy relationship and allow you to be very connected with your partner. Let's talk about how we can deepen that. Where can we start when it comes to building emotional intimacy? I'm very happy and excited to share with you a practice that Eli and I have been doing and have found very effective. It never fails to reconnect us back when we are disconnected, when there's argument, when there's misunderstanding. Sometimes when that happens, part of us, we want to connect with our partner. Part of us want to apologize. We want to say sorry, but we can't make ourselves do it. We have our pride. We have a lot of overthinking going into our head. There's a lot of story that's actually happening. And sometimes when you try to have a conversation with each other, it's just about blaming, pointing fingers. Everyone wants to win. No one wants to go down. You default in this drama triangle where there's one who's the victim and there's one who's the hero who will just say like, oh yeah, it's my fault. I'm sorry about that. Like, blame it on me. And it's not healthy. Along the way, you will feel frustrated and annoyed that why is it all my fault? And if you're the victim all the time, you also feel helpless within the relationship. Like I'm always the one getting hurt. And if you're the perpetrator, you always feel bad that why am I the only person who's doing wrong here? So we don't want to be in that drama triangle where we often get into when we start a conversation. So I'm glad that when I come across this diet exercise, it was life changing, really life changing for me and Eli. And what you do is first you set an intention that this is what we will do. And you don't just do it when you're fighting. It's actually ideal to do it at least once a week or at least once a month. Here, you create a safe space for you to share what you desire, what are your fears, and what are the things that you love and appreciate about each other, about your life, about other people. And this is just a beautiful practice for you to get used to expressing those feelings. It will be a little awkward at first, but again, if you really want to build emotional intimacy, then you got to put commitment and effort. And if your relationship is something that is dear to you, you'll definitely push for it. And I think that's why you're here because you wanted to learn something. So just push yourself a little bit more and try it out. So the difference between this and a regular conversation is that during a diet exercise, when the person is talking and expressing themselves, the person who's listening are not allowed to respond. This is for us to really create that safe space that whatever you're saying, whatever you feel, that's valid. It's okay and it's safe, and we don't judge that. So, how we started is person A would start by saying, what is it that you desire? And then person B share, like, I desire to be more connected with you. I desire for us to have more intimate moment together. I desire for us to travel. I desire for us to do something else. I desire to continue my career. I desire to go back studying. Again, just express whatever it is that you desire. And I noticed that a lot of my clients, it was hard for them to think of something that they desire. So this could also be a good practice for you to take the time to pause and reflect and ask yourself, what do I really want? What is it that I really want and desire, and be able to share that with your partner. And again, the other person, person A, all you have to say is, what else? What else? You don't say that, oh, we've been traveling, or like, oh, what are you talking about not having sex? We're having sex once a week. So you don't go back and forth. You just let the person talk, express what they desire, and all you have to say is, what else? And when the other person says, that's all, then you reverse. Now, person B asks person A, what do you desire? And then person A start sharing what is it that she desire. Now, after that, when you're complete with the desire, you go to, what do you fear? Then person B express what they fear. I fear that our relationship is getting boring. I fear that you don't love me anymore. I fear that you're not attracted to me as you used to be. I fear that we're wasting time in this relationship. The tricky part here is when the other person expresses their fears, we get triggered. We want to defend ourselves or we want to explain. And in a regular conversation, we will react to what they're saying. But in the diet exercise, you're just there. Whatever your emotion, whatever the trigger, just keep it in you. It's not about you. You're not here to solve the problem. You're not here to defend yourself. You're just here holding space for the other person to actually express what they fear. all you have to do again is just say, what else? What else? And when they say, I'm done, then you reverse the role. And then you go down to, what do you love? And most often, this is a place where we really get connected, because then you would start to actually think of the things that you love about your partner. I actually love that we're doing this exercise. I love that I see you being committed and willing to do the work. I love you. I love to be here. Because sometimes we go on in our relationship forgetting to actually express those appreciation, express how much we love our partner. We feel complacent that, oh, we're together. That means we love each other. But it's so much better when we're able to hear that coming out from our partner. We feel that reassurance. The hardest part here is to really express what we fear. We are so afraid to express our deepest fear because we're afraid that, our partner might take it personally, they might attack us, they might be upset. And that's the reason why we put fear in between two positive poles. So it will be more safer for us to express it that way. When you're able to do this diet exercise well, this will really have a profound effect. It allow you to release some tension in your body. It will allow you to feel more vulnerable, more connected with your partner. And sometimes when you're new to this, it might be awkward, but just have that intention and just dedicate to the process. It was difficult when we first did this. I remember I was in Cebu and Eli was here in Dumaguete. We are far apart from each other and we're having some misunderstanding. And I asked him, like, hey, I really want to be connected. And it's very hard for us to have this misunderstanding, especially that we're far apart. I learned about this diet exercise. Are you willing to do it with me? Are you willing to try it? And I'm just grateful that he said yes, because again, I don't know where to start. I don't know how we can reconnect. So I just told him, let's try this. And so we started doing this. And when we went to the fear, I started crying because I didn't even know that I have a lot of those fears. No wonder how I show up is like that, because I have all those fears in the back of my head. And when we reach to what do you love, that's really when the magic happens. That's really when we're able to be deeply connected and even end up making love in a video call. So that's really the profound effect of doing this diet exercise.